Correct.
And this was a cold case. It's now been reopened from 1958.
I'm not sure, but we're going to have to put that conversation on hold and move it on.
I mean, how did this come to be?
Well, we started this, we actually launched, it's called Cold Case Tuesdays, because we now have the largest, most likes for state police in the country. So we sat down and decided that we have the possibility of reaching more people. So we're using and launching this new Cold Case Tuesday program to generate hopefully more leads on these type of investigations. So Troop D, this is our coldest case, if you will. Back in 1958, so we are hoping that, realizing it is almost 60 years, that hopefully we can generate some leads, somebody who may be out there that has been withholding information for fear of getting arrested, or more or less just didn't want to get involved. This could generate possibly some new leads.
Good time for someone to get something off their chest if they've got...
Yeah, I mean, we've run into cases, and you've heard, I'm sure, in the country where people just before they pass on, they want to, the conscience has been bothering them. They want to have a clear conscience and soul, so they decide, I've been holding this for so many years. So this is our cold case that we're kind of profiling for this week, but we have a few of those, and we're going to be doing this every troop. We'll be doing this every Tuesday on our Facebook page, so we're hoping that it generates not only for this case, but maybe other future cases.
I'm assuming that as time goes on, people have less to lose by coming forward. I mean, you got everything that somebody knows.
I'm sorry?
People they have nothing to lose after so many years.
Well,
And I'm assuming over the years somebody knows something, and you're hoping that person might come forward.
exactly, and one of the things that people may not be aware of is homicide, murder is one of the only or few cases that there's no statute of limitations. Sometimes people get involved in robberies, and you'll hear about larcenies. There's a statute of limitations how many years before prosecution is no longer available. On homicide cases, there's no end. So certainly we hope that people are aware that we are still investigating this case, and we're hoping to bring closure, if anything, to this family. So I'm sure there's family members still involved and still want to know if we're still working the case, and also if there's possible leads out there.
All right, if somebody does know something, they
Yep.
should obviously, how do they move forward? Just call state police?
Yep, we are hoping that if anybody has something to share with us, we have our major crimes unit available in Oneida at 366-6000, and our communications dispatch will direct you right to the right person, and certainly any information, whether they think it's small or not important, we would rather hear from them than for them not to call. So we hope somebody will call us.
And I wanted to switch gears quickly, if we could. If you could talk a little bit about what's going on in Frankfurt.
Yes.
With this case with the mayor that was recently arrested. What can you tell us that we don't already know?
Well, we are still investigating. At this point, we have those signs that we have a number of, I believe, 111 that were taken into evidence. It's determined that they were different types of signs. People were asking, what type of sign exactly. Well, there were stop signs, there were yield signs, there are some that are just generic, detour signs, stuff like that. But there's a process. In other words, people were asking, well, wouldn't the village get them anyways? Well, there's a certain process that they do in order to get these signs placed in the village. So, he was taking them from his location in Herkimer and basically giving them to the village to put up in the village.
I said this yesterday, or maybe the day before, and I don't know if you can comment on this, but it always seems in stories like these, there's more to the story. Would you say there's more to the story to this, or is it just basically cut and dry here?
Well, you never know. Certainly, we have taken some follow-up calls and some interviews, and when people tend to hear these type of calls, they may tip us off on other cases and involvement in other things. So, certainly we have the case still open at this point, and but at this point, that's pretty much all we can share regarding this investigation.
Okay. And I'm not in the studio, and I believe that Trooper Bochino had completely ignored you.
Well, we were just wondering. We thought when you said Orlando that we were being invited to the Orlando studio.
You should have been. I asked Kristine to have you guys come down here. I've got the bagels ready and everything. We're ready to go here.
It's not my fault.
Well, I hopefully next time I would be up earlier to get on that flight to get to Orlando for your show.
Easy flight down here, and the weather is slightly a little warmer. So, Trooper, thanks so much for your time. Trooper Natalie Bochino, we'll get you in next time. Thanks so much for coming in, though.
Sounds good, thank you.